Let's go. Thank you, Steph. But it's Spadoni and Kruger and for Bonte and Chasky here on the Morning Roast. It's a Phil Collins Friday. It's a payday Friday, 50-cent Friday maybe at one point. I think we're just going all Phil.
Are you going to tell us? Are you going to tell everybody why I'm laughing?
Well, yeah, Larry's laughing because he asked me right before he just heard the song. He's like, "What's your favorite Phil Collins riff?" And I was like, "You'll Be in My Heart." Like Tarzan. Like that's not even close, right? Like come on. Come on. Tarzan soundtrack, Academy Award winning soundtrack. Larry Kruger, are you scoffing
yes.
at the great Phil Collins and Tarzan?
No. The Tarzan soundtrack is one of the hardest hitting soundtracks ever.
Movie history.
Is Phil still touring and doing stuff?
He toured a couple years ago.
Didn't he have some kind of voice issue?
Yeah, and then he broke his foot. Something happened. Like it's pretty cool. He played out at formerly Oracle Arena out in Oakland. My wife went to it with her mom, and yeah, they said he was sitting the whole time because he had broken his foot, but his son is like the lead drummer for the band too, which is pretty cool.
Really?
Can you imagine that, being in a band and your son is joining you?
Oh, that would be freaking awesome. Cool.
That's the equivalent of your son, you're hosting with them right here, right?
That's right.
Could you imagine doing that, huh?
Well, it's funny. My son sometimes joins me on my YouTube channel, my oldest son, Kevin.
Nice.
And there is something about working with your kid that is just very, very cool.
Is it? But also kind of weird, right? It's just like, all right, I know what your real takes are, Sonny Boy. I know you're really yelling at the TV when Brock throws an interception or something like that.
Well, it's hard to. I'm not saying it's hard to take you seriously, but it's like when you've changed your co-host diaper. There's something about that just it sticks with you.
Boy, we got some teething going on with my 10-month-old baby Noah right now, and it's tough. It's not tough.
You better soak it in, man.
Yeah,
they grow up and suddenly they want car keys, they want cash.
I got a 4-year. He's turning 4 in a couple weeks. Young Benjamin. Yeah, man.
I have a Benjamin.
Flies. Really?
Yeah, my third kid is
Strong
Benjamin.
Name.
Yeah,
it's a good name.
He's a varsity baseball player at Northgate. Northgate TAM tonight.
Huge.
So I just found out Matt's kids go to TAM, so we got a little rivalry tonight.
What's the line on that game? Can I get action on that?
I think TAM is favored to beat Northgate, but it's in the creek, so I'll be there tonight.
Player props on your son. What position is he?
No, he doesn't play football. He plays
okay.
baseball. My oldest son played corner and receiver, but my second son plays. He's a pitcher.
Strictly baseball. Okay,
strictly baseball, which makes me happy, actually.
Can't mess with that UCL. Brock Purdy again. This is a big surgery. We're talking arm strength. We're talking San Francisco 49ers quarterback. We're also talking Monster Monday on Labor Day. Yeah, this Monday is Labor Day. Man, can you believe it? Officially summer for me, by the way. Post Labor Day, summer. Summer's over. It's done.
Well, I don't know.
Fall is after Labor Day. I know it's not official.
Where'd you grow up? You grew up here, right?
I grew up Monterey. So a couple
okay,
miles
so you're
Grove.
basically here.
Yeah, basically.
See, Labor Day in the Midwest is, the weather changes. Here, I think our hottest time of the year is actually after Labor Day.
I know, but it's still in my mind. When I think college football, I think of fall. When I think of NFL, I think of fall. June 1st, always, to me, and I know it's like June 20th or whatever it is. June 1st is summer. End of August. All right, we're going into fall now. All right, that makes sense?
I mean, it's funny, though. You go to, the big house to go watch Michigan. Fall is fall. I mean, fall there is like winter here.
Yeah, it's overrated, though. I'll have this season.
Oh, you got to check out the big house, man. 110,000.
Wow. Yeah, sure.
Ann Arbor.
I've never been to a legit, that's the thing, like an SEC type of game, like Tuscaloosa, Ann Arbor, hell, the Coliseum with a USC, like a huge crowd there. Be pretty freaking awesome. You know what else is awesome? As I'm trying to get this read done, Monster Monday on Labor Day. We'll be live and local all day Monday from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Listen right here on 95.7 The Game. And listen to 95.7 The Game on the Odyssey app. It's free, along with thousands of other stations. Sports talk, music, news, and podcasts are all completely free. You can catch every Warriors game live on the app, along with all the music and news the Bay Area needs. Follow your favorite team stations, radio news, shows, podcasts, now by downloading the free Odyssey app. Mike Yam, 8 o'clock, NFL Network. Ask some big storylines there. He's also made his bones here in the Bay Area, asking some 49ers top storylines. And also Grant Cohn to do more of a deep dive with the team at 8:30. He covers the team for Sports Illustrated. And I said the Warriors there because we do have every single game right here on 95.7 The Game. We are the flagship. JaVale McGee going to the Kings, just real quick on that. A lot of Warriors fans, I think, wanted JaVale to come over here. They're a little sad. He's going to Sacramento. JaVale McGee, former champion with the Warriors and Lakers.
Love JaVale McGee. My brother's a judge up in Sac, and he's a big Kings guy, so I'm sure they'll be fired up.
You know a lot of people. You got
JaVale.
a lot of connections, Larry Kruger. I'm just going to say, not to cut you off, you know a lot of people
I'm kind of a big deal.
Kind of. Ron Burgundy over here.
I mean, I've got lots of leather-bound books and
I'm a football guy.
Thanks, Chip.
I've got, expensive furniture that smells of rich mahogany and I mean, who are the Warriors going to put in that 14th spot? I'd heard Blake Griffin. I don't like that. I was listening to the idea of JaVale McGee. I was kind of encouraged by that. I'm kind of fired up about this kid that they were talking about, Usman Garuba, who played in Spain. He's a 21-year-old kid with like 7'2" wingspan.
Take
he's
your
like
word for
6'8".
it. Sure.
I like him. I mean, he's coming on. He's got an improving three-point shot. I'd like Golden State to go a little younger. I know Kerr's got the rap of like, oh, he can't play young guys. He hates young guys. I think that's a bunch of crap. I just think that he didn't necessarily have patience last year for the young guys, and the whole two timeline thing kind of screwed him up. But I like Garuba. I would like to see them pick up Garuba as that big. He's 6'8", but he plays way bigger, kind of like a Draymond. He's got the 7'2" wingspan. And when you're talking about a guy who shoots almost 40% from three and can guard multiple positions, and he's like 21, I mean, I think when they, the fact they're not going to have Poole, they're going to need minutes. I mean, seriously, you get 15 games into the season. Clay's going to be out. Draymond's going to be out. Paul's going to be out. These guys are old. They need some youth to carry them through. I don't think people realize how many minutes Poole played and what a load he shouldered last year.
He was one of the few players to play every single game. Kevon Looney, Harrison Barnes, and him, and there was one other person. But yeah, that's a huge. You
got to have
deal.
You got youth. Youth is going to reign, and they need a little bit more youth because you can't fast forward the season and be like, oh, we'll just get it ready for May. Yeah, well, there's all of November, all of December, January, February, March, April. There's games every 3 times a week, all season long, 82 up and down. You got to have somebody play those minutes.
No, absolutely, and we'll get back to the Niners here in just a second. Brock Purdy, expectations for him. Do you feel confident if they do get in the Super Bowl that he could beat one of these teams? And I know we're getting ahead of ourselves, but can he even get there? That's going to be the question at 888-957-9570. Real quick on the Warriors, the youth, like the team they're going up against, like the Denver Nuggets, I think they're a tier above everyone.
Yeah, of course.
And just look at their 2 best players. It's Nikola Jokic, young, and Jamal Murray, young. Like that's the dynamic duo right there. Then you look at the landscape of everyone else. Yeah, you got Phoenix Suns, you got Booker and KD. One of those guys has a lot of wear and tear, Kevin Durant. Devin Booker, I get it. He's young, he's a superstar. He hasn't been there and done it yet, hasn't won the whole thing. Then you look at the Warriors, you got Steph, you got Clay, you got Dre, got CP3, almost 40. Lakers, a lot of wear and tear with Anthony Davis, LeBron James. So it could just be, if it's another war of attrition in the Western Conference, which it usually is, the youngest team, the freshest legs coming out on top. And the Denver Nuggets right now, they're a tier above.
Well, and not only that, I mean, Memphis is young. They're getting better.
I'm out on Memphis.
Sacramento's
John Morant,
young.
I'm out on that guy right now.
But I mean, you got teams that
Sacramento's won. Yeah, I didn't mention
Sacramento
them.
won 48 games last year.
Push it to the brink with the Warriors.
Are the Warriors better than Sacramento? Are they better than Denver? Are they better than Phoenix? Are they better than the Clippers? I mean, to me, it looks like they're a 5 or 6 seed at best.
Wow. Okay.
You think they're better than that?
I think Warriors fans would tell you they're at least a top 4 seed. Now they got
no way. Well, no way.
The dark cloud has been removed, Larry.
I mean, come on.
Jordan Poole's out of here. Everything's fine.
Yeah.
Everything's good.
And you replaced him with a 38-year-old broken down point guard who's not even sure if he wants to be here.
That's a future Hall of Fame point guard.
Yeah.
And Chris Paul.
You coaching?
I'm not, but Steve Kerr's coaching Team USA right now. By the way, my guy Austin Reeves looking tremendous. Another win yesterday against Montenegro. Team USA just balling right now.